Welcome back to the desert and Camelback Ranch in Arizona for Cactus League Baseball. It's the first meeting of 2021 between the San Diego Padres and the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. We are broadcasting from outside Petco Park at our Fox Sports studios as we welcome you to Padres Baseball. Welcome inside our studios, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, today, the first matchup of this great rivalry we'll see this year, the Padres and the Dodgers. Game one is today.
The rivalry between the Padres and Dodgers has just intensified by that much more. These two teams, Dodgers, Padres, 1 and 2 in MLB.com power rankings, staying 2. They played each other 19 times. It's going to be fun.
Good pitching matchup today as we got Chris Paddock on the hill for the Friars.
Well, Chris Paddock, this is his bounce-back year. It's got to be. Last year, 4-5 record, a high ERA, almost 5. The walks were up. He was getting ahead of hitters but couldn't put them away. This is something he needs to work on. Look out for the location of the fastball and the secondary pitches, too, the curveball and the changeup. Now, Trevor Bauer. Wow, the Cy Young Award winner last year had great numbers. This Dodger rotation was first in Major League Baseball with an ERA, and this Bauer ERA of 1.73 earned him the ERA title and also the Cy Young Award. You think the Dodgers had a good rotation last year? 2021 is going to be that much better. They are the team to beat in the National League.
Coming up from Camelback Ranch, the rivalry commences in 2021. Right here, next, it's Padres and Dodgers. En route to their 2020 World Championship, the Padres responded by upgrading their roster, and now many believe it's San Diego who possesses the biggest threat to LA. Both teams getting their first glimpse of each other today as the reigning Cy Young Award winner Trevor Bauer takes to the hill against the Sheriff Chris Paddock. Padres and Dodgers next. Back in the desert as the Padres and Dodgers lock up for the first time in 2021 as the Cactus League schedule continues, and we check out Jace Tingler's starting 9 today. Jurickson Profar going to lead it off. He's in center field with Tommy Pham in left field. Austin Nola doing the, actually he'd be at first base. I was going to say doing the catching, but it's Victor Caratini who's doing the catching. He's in the cleanup spot. Ha-Sung Kim at shortstop with Brian O'Grady in right. Luis Campusano, the DH, bats out of the 7th spot. Nick Tantalou at third base with C.J. Abrams at second base as he bats 9th for Jace Tingler. And today, the Padres have to face Trevor Bauer in a Dodgers uniform for the first time.
Yeah, he had to come to the division, right? NL West after being in Cincinnati, where last year pitched in 11 games, 73 innings, earned him the Cy Young Award. He just had a 1.73 ERA, which enticed him to sign the 3-year deal, lucrative contract with the Dodgers. So the 30-year-old got the fastball, slider, cutter, and a curveball. He's a max effort guy, Donnie. When he is out there on the mound, you know, first of all, the guy's a bulldog, but he's got that bulldog stuff to go along with it. He's tough.
Now, a lot of people thought he may sign with the Mets before the Dodgers brought him home, a 3-year, $102 million deal. And, of course, as you mentioned, the Cy Young Award winner. Well, the Dodgers were already pretty well loaded, but even better now as far as their rotation goes, certainly even deeper, which makes it tougher. Here's their defense.
And behind Bauer looks something like this. A.J. Pollock in left field. Outman, yes, his name is Outman. His name is James Outman in center field. Matt Beattie will be in right on the infield. Justin Turner, the veteran. Zach McKinstry will be at shortstop. Sheldon Noyce will be at second base, and Edwin Rios at first. And behind the plate, the veteran Austin Barnes. So some new names there.
Yes, indeed.
We got Noyce at second base and McKinstry at shortstop, up the middle.
There's Jurickson Profar to lead it off. Profar getting the start in center field today. Padres on the road at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona. First pitch from Trevor Bauer is going to miss for ball 1. Now Profar re-signing with the Padres, certainly a welcome sign for them after doing a great job last year.
And right out of the gate, Trevor Bauer always grunting on every pitch. Max effort type guy.
2-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Now Bauer, always fun to watch. Very intense guy. Pretty quick worker for the most part.
Yep, wants to get it done quickly. Attacks the zone. Last year the numbers were unbelievable in the short season. And I think of Trevor Bauer, and I not only think of his stuff, but I think of his spin rate. And spin rate is a thing. I'm a firm believer. I believe it maintains life. I believe it's tougher to hit, catch up, and with the numbers that he had last year, that the proof is right there in those numbers.
Profar goes after the 3-1, fouls it off to the left out of play. Now the Dodgers no longer have Jock Peterson, Alex Wood, Kike Hernandez, Pedro Baez have all departed. So some changes there, but the additions very positive for the Dodgers. As Profar battles away and fouls that one off.
Yeah, it seems like the Dodger team that we've seen the last handful of years, Donnie, has had a lot of interchanging parts, right? And those guys that are no longer there going on to other teams. So the Dodgers will find their way to try to fill those voids if needed, but they still have a solid lineup. There's no doubt about it.
Of course, Alex Verdugo also going last year. The world champion Dodgers. This one is in the air, foul on the right field line.
I'm wondering how much Trevor Bauer is going to showcase this afternoon. We've seen a lot of fastballs. Maybe he's working on location of the fastball. We just saw a little cut fastball there. But along with that fastball, he'll throw the slider, the cutter, the curveball, and occasionally a changeup. So a team within the division, maybe sometimes a guy like Bauer who can go out there with outings and just work on one certain thing. Will he go an inning? Will he go two? Who knows? There's another heater. Majority fastballs coming out of the gate.
Profar turning in a pretty good AB here to start the day. Making Bauer work in the first inning.
Justin Turner's back.
Yes, he is. Had to figure that was going to happen, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
This one is sharply hit over the shift into right field and a base hit. Nice plate appearance for Jurickson Profar.
Well, he got a lot of fastballs. I think maybe one, maybe two breaking balls as far as the cutter is concerned, but there it is, the old number one. He's got a good gauge on it after seeing the 6 or 7 pitches. And how about to the pull side as well? So there goes the no-hitter.
So a great plate appearance there by Profar brings us to Tommy Pham. Pham batting out of the 2 spot, getting the start in left field. He's been DHing some during the spring so far, but playing defensively today, good sign. And looking to have a bounce back year here, I think, is Tommy Pham.
And you know what? A guy who's accountable. He even said it's his year to bounce back. He's kind of disappointed. He himself said that he needs to turn it around and help this ball club. I mean, if there's anybody going to work as hard as Tommy Pham, it's Tommy Pham doing just that to try to better himself.
Missed 28 games after being placed on the IL initially August 17th with the fractured left hamate bone. As Bauer wanted that badly. Mike Malinsky's got the plate today for the umpires.
Look for the heater, 2-1.
That'll miss in. 3-1.
Yeah, he's not getting the call in and up a little bit.
Strike called, and that time Pham thought he had ball 4. Bauer didn't get the call on that one earlier. He did this time.
2 prior to this one, up same area. He did not get the call, and Malinsky rings him up on that one.
So payoff pitch coming here with Profar at first and nobody out in the first. And he fights that one off, which coming in on the hands.
Ball with a little bit of run into the hands. That's tough to square up. something the Padres did well last year is the stolen base, but with the count 3-2, nobody out, they elect to put him in motion and try to stay out of that double play if the ball's hit on the ground.
Tommy Pham coming back in the postseason last year for postseason run for the Padres, appeared in all 6 games, hitting .375 in the postseason for the Padres, and he takes ball 4. So a hit and a walk for the Padres here against Trevor Bauer in the first inning. Good start.
You know, I mentioned the spin rate for Trevor Bauer from 2019 to 2020, a tremendous difference. And, you know, okay, spin rate, they go by revolutions per minute, right? And because it's a thing. I believe it's a thing. It's a good thing.
You buy into it.
I do. I really do. For instance, I don't want to throw too many numbers, but 2,412 RPMs in 2019, right? He was up 300 last year. I mean, that's getting on top and letting it rip.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, like, how do you improve your spin
Well,
rate?
I'm sure there are ways.
Yeah. Legally?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
but it's it's a thing, especially increasing by that much.
So bouncing in will get away from Barnes, and the runners will advance. Profar to third, Pham to second. On a wild one set in by Bauer.
Kind of yanked this one just a little bit too much out in front of home plate. Barnes does everything he can. That breaking ball is actually going to check up, but it went right through his arm and the side of his chest protector, and everybody moves up, stays out of the double play.
2 on, nobody out here for the Padres in the first, and Austin Nola. Taps one foul. Finds himself down in the count 1-2.
I think this is a good thing for the Padres to see Bauer on a day like this. See a lot of pitches. You're going to see him during the regular season in the division. These teams play 19 times.
First career postseason appearance last year for Nola. Lifts it in the air. Shallow center. Out goes Noisy, the second baseman, and he's there to make the catch. So first out. No advance for the base runners.
The catcher batting fourth, number 17, Victor Caratini.
And that'll bring up Victor Caratini.
I know it's spring training, Donnie, but situations like this during the regular season, it is imperative to score at least one run, especially a guy like Trevor Bauer.
In the first, especially. Get to him early, because you may not get to him at all. Here's Victor Caratini coming over from the Cubs. Last year in 44 games.
You know, I really liked the Yu Darvish deal, but when you get Caratini along with it, I think that's an added bonus. Nothing like a personal catcher, right, Donnie?
Did you like to have a personal catcher?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, no, first of all, I wasn't good enough, so that never happened.
You got to be pretty good.
You got to be really good.
Yeah, be able to choose.
Yeah,
that.
so I couldn't answer that question.
Yeah.
Here's Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, local kid here from San Diego.
Former Padres coach.
Yeah.
1-1. Breaking ball snapped off in there for strike 2.
Good hammer. Really good breaking ball, curveball from Bauer. It's worth another look. Last year threw it 16% of the time. Good 12-6 rotation and bite on that pitch.
Strike 3 call.
That's nasty.
First strikeout of the day for Trevor Bauer, out number 2 of the first inning.
You talk about spin rate on the fastball. How about spin rate on the breaking ball? And you need it to have this type of break. Wow. Up on top, maximum effort for the called strike.
2 down, second and third, as the Padres had runners at second and third with nobody out. They're there with 2 down, and here's Ha-Sung Kim. The KBO last year. Playing shortstop today, and that one by him. 97 on the gas from Bauer.
Yeah, that's a pretty good giddy up. That ball's jumping out of his hand. Getting up on top, getting through, extended.
Fouled off to the right. It's 0-2. Well, a single and a walk started this inning. A wild pitch got runners to second and third, but Nola pops out to second. Caratini strikes out looking, and now Ha-Sung Kim trying to deliver some runners, and Bauer trying to get out of what has been a 26-pitch first inning to this point.
How about last year? Runners in scoring position, 0.86 average against Bauer.
Swing and a miss. He'll leave those runners on. Wow. Dodgers are coming up. Back at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona, where the Padres don't score in the top of the first inning. Dodgers coming up here in the bottom of the first. And for Dave Roberts, A.J. Pollock leading it off with Matt Beatty in right field. Justin Turner back in the Dodgers uniform at third base. Edwin Rios is at first base with Austin Barnes doing the catching. Zach McKinstry is at shortstop batting out of the sixth spot with Matt Davidson, the DH. Then Sheldon Noisy at second base bats eighth. And James Outman is the center fielder who bats out of the ninth spot for L.A. On the hill, the sheriff, Chris Paddock, getting the nod today.
Well, the journey starts today, right here, right now for Chris to turn it around. 12 starts last year in ERA, almost 5. He's got some things to work on. We can get into that. Some mechanical issues, arm slot issues.
Popped up, back of first, and Nola into foul ground. Still going, and he'll make the catch. Just beyond the dugout down the first base line. Nicely done. We're used to seeing him do the catching. Gets the nod at first base today, and a nice play in foul ground for Paddock.
Yeah, one pitch, one out, and that's the way Chris Paddock likes it. Nice job over there by Nola, eyeing the foul territory. And as we mentioned about Chris Paddock, the one thing that sticks out to me, Don, you know, last year, as opposed to his rookie season, he was new as a rookie, obviously in 19, but couldn't really put guys away last year. It seemed like he got ahead. A lot of foul balls, but just couldn't put them away. Oh, really? Looks like a pretty good pitch. I'm already in midseason form. I want that pitch.
Already upset. Matt Beatty, 220 last year. It's a start in right field. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. One pitch. That'll miss down and away. Chris Paddock looking to bounce back here this season, and part of a much different looking rotation than what we saw a year ago. Bauer had to work hard in that first, but he gets through it. This one is chopped up the middle to get the shift on. And Kim will throw him out, throw us off a little bit, but Nola coming over to make the catch on the backhand for out number 2.
Number 10, Justin Turner.
So 2 down here in the first inning. Brings up Justin Turner. Well, the weird situation last year for Turner and what could have been his last year with the Dodgers. Of course, testing positive for COVID during the final game of the World Series.
Yeah.
And then controversially coming back out onto the field to celebrate with his teammates. And there were some that were not pleased that he did that, but felt like he needed to be part of the celebration. And there were several of his teammates who welcomed him back onto the field. But did not really want to end the way it did.
No. It kind of put a, I don't want to say a damper, but it was a big story.
It was huge.
That took away.
Yeah.
Right?
Ends up re-signing with L.A.
And that's the just, oh,
That'll hit him.
I was just about to say, Justin Turner, we know he is up on top of that dish on the inside part. Trying to cover the outside part of the plate and turn on the fastball. And this one gets him. just a little bit on the left shoulder.
So 2 down here with Turner at first. And it brings up Edwin Rios. There's some that thought maybe the Dodgers would go with Rios at third base and not bring back Justin Turner, because Rios, who has come onto the scene pretty well, has played first, has played third, and pretty well for the Dodgers as well. But he is still here, and they re-signed Turner. Just makes him deeper, that's all.
Well, if you have one guy who can do that, right? You plug him in.
Yeah.
But when you have 2 or 3 guys, that's an added bonus.
Good pitch, 1-1. Paddock known for his fastball and his changeup of his arsenal.
We talked about earlier about the arm slot, something he's worked on. Watch video, and then the over-the-top arm slot last year kind of dropped down to a 3/4 arm slot, lost some velocity and location.
Into some deception also, you think?
I
mean,
think
the guy's
so.
seeing it better?
I think so, yeah. I mean, picture yourself. You're a pitcher, right? And you go out to 3/4 to where you come out from over the top. You're coming right out of the back of your hat, maybe. And even though it's a little bit, Donnie, these hitters are good enough to where they can recognize that if the ball is out a little bit, 3/4.
In the air to left field. Pham moving back, got a little twisted up, but he backpedals onto the dirt of the track to make the catch. It ends the bottom of the first inning. Done with 1. Padres and Dodgers are scoreless. And a scoreless contest as we head to the second. I want to remind you to stream every regular season game live or on demand with MLB.tv online or on your favorite supported devices as well, as you can select spring training games. Blackouts and other restrictions may apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Now Bauer, with a lengthy first, had to battle his way out of a situation after a hit, a walk, and a wild pitch, but Padres couldn't score, and now Brian O'Grady to lead it off here for the Padres in the inning.
Well, chance for Brian O'Grady to show Jace Tingler and the Padres what he's got. He's 28 years old, was with the Cincinnati Reds, originally drafted by the Rojos, and also with Tampa Bay last year. So, you know, left-handed bat, getting a chance to start in the outfield. Had a really good year in 2019, AAA Louisville. 28 home runs that year.
Drafted by the Reds originally in the 8th round, 2014. But his first major league action came in 19 with the Reds, got in 28 games. Signed as a free agent by the Padres and did go around, according to home plate umpire Mike Malinsky. Spent the majority of last year at the Rays alternate training site. Made 2 stints with Tampa Bay, August 4th and 5th, and then August 29th to September 1st.
Wow.
That is strike 3, and Bauer's getting nastier as the day goes on. His 3rd straight strikeout. 1 down here in the second inning.
And he's got the feel for the old number 2. Get up on top and spin it. The curveball. Called looking. We got Victor Caratini on that pitch. Brian O'Grady on the curveball.
1 down, 4 in a row, and here's Luis Campusano. Saw the numbers for Lake Elsinore. Of course, got into the big leagues, got his first major league home run out of the way at Oakland Coliseum.
To the opposite field. That was impressive. That was fun to watch.
On the ground down the line at third. Turner from a knee with a long 1-hop throw and plenty of time to get Campusano. Nice diving play by Turner, and from one knee able to throw him out.
Well, a couple of things here. One is Justin Turner doing a good job of keeping that ball from going down the line, extra bases. And also, Luis Campusano is not going to be enlisted in the 400-meter relay by any means. Plenty of time for Turner to get that rock and throw him out at first base.
So 2 down, 5 in a row now retired by Bauer. And it brings up Nick Tanalou. Tanalou getting the start at third base and sending one foul off to the right out of play. A lot of the regulars for the Padres started last night's game, and we'll see many of them tomorrow. But a little different looking starting lineup today for the Padres against the Dodgers. Tanalou from Pullman, Washington. He's 28 years old. Signed as a minor league free agent in November by the Padres. Spent last year at the Astros alternate training site and did not appear on their active roster in 2020. 2 years ago, when the minors were playing on a regular basis, he was in Round Rock at AAA.
He had one of his eyes closed. There he is, right, going Popeye on us right there.
What is happening?
Hey,
fouled off.
Hey, Olive, I need my spinach.
Dennis Eckersley used to do that too.
Really?
With one eye. Yeah. You look at some pictures of Eck when he was at Oakland. Yeah.
Huh. 1-2 pitch.
Monovision.
This one is popped up left side. Now right side. Noisy. Second baseman comes onto the infield grass to make the catch. 1.5 done without a score.
Imagine yourself in a new toy.
Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Let's check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Bob Scanlon.
Don, great to see you as always, you and Mud. And interesting, Chris Paddock going out for his second inning of work. And as you guys discussed, there was an interesting offseason for Chris Paddock. Clearly, the Padres were not happy with what happened last year, but some of the things were over-exaggerated a little bit possibly. When you look at his 12 starts, 7 of them he allowed 3 earned runs or less. Now, there were 3 clunkers, no doubt, with the Dodgers, the Mariners, and the Giants. But all that being said, with the 4.73 earned run average for Chris, they had to look and see what was going on. And Mark, as you referred to, it was the fastball that they focused on. Now, some people were saying that the fastball didn't have the same life, but there was something going on with the spin rate. And, Mud, I agree with you 100%. The spin rate is definitely a thing. There's definitely something to it. His spin rate was down, but more importantly, what the Padres were able to show Chris was that not only was the spin rate down, but the direction of it was different. Now, when you think about that, was it an arm slot issue? Quite possibly, but it's not just getting your arm into a higher spot. When you have to make a change like that, oftentimes it comes down to another mechanical change. And for Chris, it came to 2 things. Number 1, the lower body, keeping it in a strong direction towards home plate. And number 2, his front arm, keeping it stronger, which allows him to keep the front side closed a little bit more, which gives the arm time to get back over the top like you see right there and get that good spin rate back and velocity. It's not just the fastball up in the zone that we've talked about, guys, as well. It's also the fastball down. That is the number 1 thing that Chris talked about this spring is, yes, getting the spin rate back, but also command of the ball down in the zone. When he does that, that's what sets up that nasty changeup.
Scan, good stuff. And you know what? There is the technology these days, guys, Don and Bob. Is it the Rapsodo machine that they have that determines spin rate and ball coming out of your hand? I think it's the Rapsodo machine, right, Bob?
Well, they have 2. They have the StatCast, of course, that measures that, and that's the one that's at every stadium. When you look up and you see a big black screen behind home plate,
right,
that's the StatCast. But yes, they also have the Rapsodo, which is nice because it's portable, so you can take it anywhere you want to go. During batting practices, simulated games, wherever you are, you can track it immediately and immediately give that feedback back to the pitchers. But, Mud, I don't know about you, but throughout my career, I played with a bunch of guys that threw very medium on the velocity, 84, 85 miles an hour, but we're able to pitch up, and we always wondered why. Now science is starting to explain it. It's all about spin rate. It's a legitimate thing.
And I'm a firm believer. And you mentioned, too, the arm slot of Paddock. You know, going down a little 3/4 rather than up top. I mean, that's what these machines can actually see the rotation of the ball coming out, and you get more spin rate and more velocity. And it's it can be subjective, but to some guys it works. And for Paddock, hey, why not? Like in 2019, the numbers prove that, you know, he was doing his thing with that. Get back to that. So I'm a firm believer of it. I think it's a great thing. And like Bob said, you don't have to throw that hard, but if you have good spin rate, it works to your advantage.
This one is chopped up the middle, ranging, and that'll get through into center field. Seeing eye single for Matt Davidson with 2 down in the inning. Scan, I want to ask you, because I asked Mud earlier and he didn't have an answer for me. Can you teach spin rate? Can you improve your spin rate? Is there anything you can do?
You know, that is the big question going on throughout Major League Baseball right now, and there are certainly people who are trying to improve it. Some of it's God-gifted. Some guys have it, some guys don't. I personally probably was a guy that did not. I threw a lot of sinkers, and that's fine. You don't have to have quality spin rate to be successful in the big leagues. There's a lot of different ways of doing it, but if you're going to pitch up in the zone, you want to have it. And the short answer is, I don't know of anybody that's found a sure way to be able to increase it. Now, that brings up all the speculation, doesn't it, of, well, are guys using some sticky substances and doing different things to try to increase it? Well, there might be some of that going on in Major League Baseball, but as of right now, I've not heard of anybody say, oh, clearly, mechanically, you can do something to increase it, or you can do exercises to increase it. I think the main thing is guys staying on top of the ball and using those devices like the Rapsodo and whatnot to figure out where your hand position is behind the ball to try to maximize it, to have it be as efficient as possible if you're going to pitch up there.
Yeah, I concur with Bob on this one.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
He did a great job of explaining it, breaking it down, how you could do it, how you can't do it. Really good stuff. I'm like somebody else that I asked earlier, the same question.
I just wish back in the day, like when Bob and I were coming up in the minor leagues, I would love to have one of those machines to see what, it looks like coming out of my hand, the rotation, what type of spin rate. Because I remember just getting up on top in the four-seam fastball and just throwing it and getting through it and spinning it as hard as I could.
I wonder what your spin rate was.
I was probably a high spin rate guy.
Yeah.
Mud, do you think you would have pitched any differently if you'd had some of that knowledge back then?
Pitched differently as far as like, no, I don't think so.
I'm not saying being more effective. I'm just saying would you have tried some different things maybe?
Whoa.
Ooh, bumping into each other on the left side, Tanaloo and Kim. And no play. Kim had made the play. It looked like he was set to throw it, but falling into him was Tanaloo. And two are going to be on here for the Dodgers.
Chris Paddock one pitch away from getting out of this inning, and then just a little mishap there prolongs the inning. Yeah, and you know what? Hopefully he's okay. It looks to be okay, but looks like he hit his head on the infield there. And this is the type of situation during the regular season you don't want to give the Dodgers an extra out. Could turn into a big inning.
So 2 on, 2 down, and James Outman coming up here. Looks like they've ruled that a base hit. Good pitch right there by him. Two on, 2 down. After Paddock had recorded 2 quick outs in Barnes and McKinstry, and get a single, seeing eye into center. Mishap on the left side of the infield. 2 on, 2 down. Man, he was baffled on that. 0-2.
Bob posed the question to me, do I think I would have pitched any differently?
Yes.
I think, you know what? Because back in the day, coming up, everything was down, down, down in the zone. You got to be down in the zone. I think knowing with the Rapsodo and the spin rate and stuff, I think I would have been maybe a pitcher that would pitch up in the zone with the good fastball, four-seamer, and the high spin rate, and that big yacker.
He also asked if you had any knowledge. I don't know if you heard that.
Not so much. I think, honestly, I was my own worst enemy.
Really?
And I tried to think too much.
That was it? Only hurt the ball club.
Only hurt, like nuclear loose, right? You're hurting the ball club.
Don't think, just throw, Mud, they probably said. You were like, no. I got this guy figured out. I can get him out.
See if Chris can put him away here. This is the situation like last year, right? 0-2. 1-2, now 2-2. Tried to fool him there with the changeup.
Deuces are wild on the scoreboard in left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the second inning. Check on second, but back to the bag is Davidson. They've seen Adrian Morejon warming up in the pen there for the Padres. As Paddock works here with 2 outs in the second and a 2-2 to Outman. Full count.
0-2 to 3-2.
Top of the order, A.J. Pollock waiting on deck. 2 outs here in the Dodgers' second inning. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Nicely done by Paddock. Picks up his first K of the day and ends the second inning. We're scoreless through 2. As we head to the top of the third inning, as we can't wait for the 2021 Padres baseball season. The best way to get priority access to Petco Park is to watch the Padres live this season is through Padres membership. Place a deposit to get access to the best seating locations. Visit Padres.com/new membership to learn more. And of course, yesterday's announcement by California Governor Gavin Newsom regarding changes to the tiered reopening system, which allows fans to attend sporting events and outdoor venues, limited capacity that is. And the Padres are one of those venues. Certainly excited about that. And Padres season ticket members will receive priority access to all regular season home games in 2021 due to the limited capacity. And fans hoping to attend games this season strongly encouraged to become a Padres member. You can visit www.padres.com/membership info for more information, and you won't want to miss any of this season.
That's great news, isn't it?
Great news.
And becoming a member, you can walk down the street and tell your friends, sorry about being a member.
Right side and through the shift into right field. Base hit for C.J. Abrams to begin things here in the top of the third for the Padres, and he continues to show good things here in the spring.
Oh, yeah, the showcase line for CJ in spring training. He's doing it with the leather and with the bat, finding the hole there. That ball kind of skimmed off the mound a little bit and did a little right turn, avoiding the dive there of McKinstry to go safely into right center field. He's fun to watch.
So lead runner on for Jurickson Profar. And taken off and getting second base is Abrams. Wow, he's doing it all. Defensively, offensively, good speed we've seen, and there he just takes second base.
Great range at second and short. Good bat control and speed on the bases. Now, Barnes, he got a breaking ball, and he kind of couldn't find the handle a little bit, but still, even if he fields that cleanly and throws it cleanly, I still think he's in second base in scoring position.
We talked about it in our first game of the year. It's amazing all the acquisitions for the Padres, but what amazes me most is that A.J. Preller didn't give up any of his major prospects. Yep. Nice play by Rios over by the Padres dugout. Of course, they're housed on the first base side here at Camelback Ranch. But yeah, you got all your big guys. I mean, all your big prospects. C.J. Abrams, a first-round draft choice, and you still got him.
I wish that I could have tapped into some of those phone calls and hear the dialogue with the other GM saying, but what about this guy? I really like this guy. And AJ's like, sorry.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's in there for a strike as Pham thought about it. And he takes it for strike one. Second look at Bauer, who's working here into the third inning.
First pitch breaking ball right there for Tommy. Second time around. See if he throws him a majority breaking balls here. Yep.
There's another.
Really good pitch. Barnes tries to bring it back. I thought it was a strike. Doesn't matter what I think, though, Donnie.
I care.
And Bauer's one of those guys who shows his emotions out in his sleeve, too.
Absolutely.
It's going to be interesting this year.
Well, there's a lot that comes with Bauer power. You got a lot
the
of
Bauer
stuff.
outage?
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to be very active on social media. He's going to say a lot of stuff. It's all part of the package.
Yep.
It works for him. I think it drives him.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch. A fly ball headed out towards right center. Outman moving back towards the dirt of the track to make the catch for out number 2. Abrams will tag it second, moves over to third base without a problem. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Left fielder number 28, Tommy Pham.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of you on social media. You know, very out there with your thoughts.
Come on.
So 2 down.
But it fits, though, doesn't it? UCLA.
Yep.
Pitched for the Bruins. From Southern California, from North Hollywood,
Yep.
right? Coming back wearing the Dodger uniform.
By all accounts, looked like he was headed to the Mets.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the Dodgers. Personally would have preferred he go to the Mets from where we sit.
Yeah, out of the division, right?
Yes. Nola popped out to second base first time up. Good downward plane, and it's 1-1.
Is that 97 or 93?
93.
93. Let's see what the 5 is. Slider, maybe?
Barnes able to block it with Abrams 90 feet away at third base.
Very nice block. That's a CRS, catcher's run saved.
Fly ball, foul, off to the right, out of play. Nola's 31 years old, born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Resides in Scottsdale, Arizona during the offseason. Part of the deal, saw Ty France, Luis Torrens, Taylor Trammell head to the Seattle Mariners. Lined and caught. It's shortstop by McKinstry, going up into the air to make the grab. 2.5 complete from Glendale, Arizona, where scoreless.
Welcome back. No scores. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning after a couple of nice innings by Chris Paddock. Adrian Morejon coming into the ballgame for the Padres, and he is going to be an important part of this rotation potentially for the Friars. Now, here you see the potential starting rotations for both clubs. Obviously, Snell, Darvish, Lamet, Musgrove, and Paddock on tap for the Padres. Buehler, Kershaw, Bauer, Price, and Urias for the Dodgers. But it's after that is the big question mark, because nobody in baseball knows right now how it's going to play out with these pitchers coming off a 60-game season into a 162-game season. That becomes important for the number 6, 7, and 8 pitchers. Now for the Padres, Adrian Morejon obviously had some starts last year, did a very nice job. And Jace Tingler has said in spring training he will get some starts. He will get starts. Ryan Weathers, Mackenzie Gore. Now Michel Baez is also a potential starting candidate, but he is not going to get starts in spring training, but they will keep him lengthened out. For the Dodgers, obviously the 6 and 7s might be Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin. Ross Stripling would have been in that contention as well, but he was traded to the Toronto Blue Jays. So guys, in an interesting season, it's not going to be just those top 5. It's going to be the potential starters after that, and Adrian Morejon could be a big part of this Padres rotation over the course of the season. Back up to you.
Scan, do you think there's a lot of teams that are going to go with a 6-man rotation based on all the things you said?
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility, and we're hearing some rumors of that out of Anaheim and some other teams as well. And I think it remains to be seen if you feel like you have 6 guys that you can consistently run out there and give you quality innings, right? As of right now, I think the Padres are set to go with 5, but it would not surprise me at all if some other teams went with 6. And I think over the course of the season, we will see portions of the season where it looks like a 6-man rotation to give guys a little bit of extra rest. The Dodgers have done that for the last 7 or 8 years. Only 60% of the starts by their starters have been with 4 days rest. The majority of them have had more than 4 days rest in between to try to give their starting rotation a chance to go deeper in the season. And let's not forget this part also, guys, even more relevant for the Padres this year because it's not just through September. The plan is to be playing baseball all the way through October. So we could see that, Don.
It's the trend. There's no doubt about it, guys. And it's to have a guy like Maury Hone and not only have that guy, but a guy willing to do that, saying, okay, I'll be the bullpen guy's spot start here, or a long guy, depending on when he has pitched. To have one or two guys like that in the bullpen, it proves valuable for a ball club.
It's 3-1 to Pollock. He is up high for ball 4. Going to lead off walk, starts the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Paddock today ended up going 2 innings, giving up 2 hits. No runs, didn't walk anybody. Hit a batter, struck out a batter. And pretty good today, I thought.
I think so, too. I was watching the arm slot. Looks like he was up on top, getting good downward plane. Good life on his fastball. He did not let the hit batsman of Justin Turner affect him. He got Rios to pop out to end the 1st. Infield single. And another single, same inning, no runs. I think it was a good outing.
Matt Beatty batting for the 2nd time today, grounded to short in the 1st inning. Maury Hone from Havana, Cuba. And zip that one right in by the ribs of Beatty.
Yeah, that'll prevent you from diving on the outside corner. He's got that fastball about 96, 97. Remember, he's got the slider. Remember the chuckle, too, right? The change-up knuckleball. Last year threw some curveballs as well.
Maury Hone is 22 years of age, made his major league debut July 21st. Foul to the dish, and Beatty broke his bat on that one.
Yeah, that sounded like straight shatter right there. Got in the kitchen.
Dodgers have had a base runner in every inning so far, but have not gotten a runner to 3rd yet on what is a beautiful day in Glendale, Arizona. Camelback Ranch, home to the Dodgers and the Chicago White Sox for the spring. They share the complex, much like the Mariners and Padres do in Peoria. One to Beatty with Pollock at first base. Maury Hone last year began the year at the alternate training site before he got recalled on August the 18th and remained with the major league team for the rest of 2020. 4 total starts for him. A 4.82 earned run average, and opponents hit a 216 against Maury Hone. Falls behind 3-1. And sometimes it's not what you do individually, but what your team does. In his first 5 appearances last year, the team was 5-0 during the regular season, so they were winning around him.
It's situations like this that Maury Hone, you know, maybe he's coming out of the bullpen to get those left-handed hitters out. Got to be effective in that category.
Oof. Missed inside there, and that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks to begin this outing here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Third baseman number 10.
So 2 on, nobody out. Victor Caratini out there to talk to Maury Hone as they get to deal now with the heart of this Dodgers order, Justin Turner. His 2nd plate appearance of the day, hit by a pitch in the 1st inning.
Boy, uncharacteristic of the back-to-back walks. Last year he had a ratio of walks per 9 innings under 2 for Maury Hone, and of course the strikeouts were up. Almost 12 strikeouts per 9 for Maury Hone.
2 scoreless relief outings in the wild card series against the Cardinals in the postseason last year. There's a breaking ball for a strike.
That's a good sign right there after the 2 walks. First pitch breaking ball, off speed, if you will, to Turner to get ahead.
Foul back, and it's 0-2. So jumping ahead here at Turner.
It looks like Justin Turner's going with the prospect look. He's cut the salad.
Yep, tightened it up.
Yeah. Trimmed up the beard, too. Remember that beard was down. You couldn't even see his neck.
Maybe he starts that way in spring training, and then it
Lets it go?
It becomes later on. Back to the breaking ball again. He missed with it that time.
If you're keeping score at home or at the ballpark.
Two on, nobody out, a 1-2. Turner swings over the top of that. Back to the breaking stuff again. First strikeout for Morihone. Needed that. One down here in the third inning.
Quickly ahead 0-2. 1-2. He tries to have a fish for something, and then down and in. That may have been the chuckle. Nice pitch. Great location.
So 1 out, 2 on. It brings up Edwin Rios. Sky to the warning track in left field. Tommy Pham was back there to make the catch in the first inning. Here he is in the bottom of the third inning. Morihone is solidly built. He's listed at 5'11", 224.
Gosh, I wish I was 224.
Some 50 pounds ago. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Walk for Pollock, walk for Beatty. Turner struck out. There's Pollock and Beatty, and there's Rios with a count of 1-1. Swing and a miss, and chasing again. Well, the breaking ball has been very good for him.
Showing some confidence, getting a good feel for that. It takes 1 or 2 maybe to get that feel, that release point, that arm slot. But then you go to it. You got Turner to swing and miss. And Rios well out in front of that last pitch there.
Got a lot of fastballs to the first 2 hitters.
Yep.
He walked the first 2 hitters, so now trying to find something that is effective. He can get over for a strike, and it's worked to this point. That'll miss, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, the strikeout would be great, but the ground ball on the infield, a chance to turn 2.
Limited capacity here at Camelback Ranch, but still pretty good contingent of fans here, especially out in the berm area on a beautiful day in Glendale, Arizona.
That is a venue I have yet to attend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't been to Camelback Ranch yet. Yep.
Done a couple of games from there.
Yeah.
It's a nice facility. This will get away. Glancing off Caratini to the third base side, and the runners will advance. Pollock to third, Beatty to second.
Well, that hurts because no double play in order now, and Victor did everything he could to try to keep it in front of him. It was a breaking ball. Couldn't square it up to keep it out in front of home plate. Now he's got some work to do.
That's ball 4, and that'll load him up. Third walk of the inning allowed by Adrian Morihone.
Time for a little chat with pitching coach Larry Rothschild, taking his time out there. Maybe something mechanically. I know a lot of pitching coaches don't like to throw a lot of mechanics into the mix. They're thinking about throwing strikes, and the last thing you want is a pitcher to go out there and start thinking about mechanics rather than placing the ball where he wants to. So, little words of encouragement. try to get out of this jam.
The catcher, number 15, Austin Barnes.
Bases filled with Dodgers. 1 out. And the catcher, Austin Barnes, coming up, flied out to center field. In the second inning, he's 0 for 1. And getting his first look at Morihone. Battling his control a little bit here in this first inning of relief, coming into the third inning. On the ground to second, and that's a double play as he lines to second base. Abrams from his backside flips to Kim at short, and they're able to make the double play. Get out the bases loaded jam. Scoreless after 3. Top of the fourth inning, scoreless, and a bases loaded jam for Morihone and a sharply hit ball, but C.J. Abrams starts a double play. Nicely done.
Very nice. We've seen some great range from C.J. as this ball is pelted. Wow, the umpire's got to get out of the way. Great concentration, and then covering is Kim. Nothing like the pitcher's best friend. Hey, who cares if it's a line drive? That's a double play and out of the inning.
That's a day for Trevor Bauer. He may go throw some more. Looks like he's headed down to the bullpen area. Went the first 3 innings and give up a couple of hits. No runs as Tony Gonsolin into the game now, the right-hander, and Caratini grounds one to first. Nicely picked by Rios, who takes it to the bag himself. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the fourth inning for Gonsolin.
Oh, there's a couple times last year and the year before where Gonsolin gave the Padres fits. I really like this kid. He pounds the zone. He's got some good off-speed pitches. There's a really good idea there. He's a swing guy where he can come out of the bullpen. He can spot start for you.
One down for Ha-Seong Kim. Struck out swinging in the first inning. So yeah, Bauer went 3 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs, walked 1 and struck out 3, and worked the first 3 innings here today for LA. Tony Gonsolin into the game. What do you think of Bauer today?
Well, I've always liked his stuff. I like his competitive nature. I think it's going to obviously be a great addition for the Dodgers, bolster that rotation. I mean, that is a solid rotation. He's a guy that you know what you're going to get once every 5 days. And chances are going to keep you in the ball game, which you need. And Dodgers made some moves, but the Padres made some moves, so that's why the rivalry is going to be intense this year, Donnie. It's going to be great. 19 times these teams are going to play one another.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the regulars, the Padres starters, that lineup facing Bauer to get a little better feel as to how this is going to go. I'm sure he's still going to do fairly well because he is a Cy Young Award type pitcher. He's already won 1, but it's going to be so much fun this year. Season series always is, but it hasn't been so much fun for us over the last few years. Might be now. This one has popped up on the right side. And the catch made. Noisies there, equidistant between first and second, 2 down.
I'm just so glad that we're going to have the chance to see fans in the stands and hear the real crowd noise rather than the canned, piped in crowd noise.
The real deal.
Yeah.
2 down, 5 in a row, retired by Dodgers pitching. And Brian O'Grady standing in. You know, that's the thing, looking back at last year. I remember thinking so many times, how cool would it be to have fans in the ballpark for this team, this particular season? I mean, to think that there were no fans that saw anything that happened in 2020 in person.
That's who I felt badly for the most, is the fans. Not watching it on TV. That's great. We thank you very much. It's getting to see baseball, which we all love. But to have the fans come to the ballpark now, and that season last year,
it's amazing.
I mean, I don't want to speak for you, Don, but for us, we love doing a game when it's packed.
That's great. Yes. It makes all the difference.
It does.
That's strike three. Gonsolin with a good 1-2-3 inning. Head to the bottom of the fourth without a score. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, talking about fans being at Petco Park. Well, here's some of the things you can come see coming up this year for the Padres. Opening series, the first through the fourth against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dodgers first home series, the 16th through the 18th in April. Mets and Cubs are coming to town, June 3rd through the 9th. 20th through the 26th, the Phillies, Bryce Harper, and the Dodgers. And, of course, you'll want to be a member to be able to get tickets.
Membership has its privileges.
Get in the house. Come in the house. Petco Park.
It's the place to be.
Come see Mud and Donnie.
Yeah. Give us a yell.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. I'll be quite honest with you. And I tell fans a lot of this when maybe on Twitter or whatever. But I tell them, with the chance of having fans this year, if you're at the ballpark, give me a yell, will you?
Yeah. Say hello.
Say hello. Come by.
We're very friendly people.
America's guest, Don Orsillo.
Zach McKinstry leading it off here. Morihone, second inning of relief for the Padres.
Well, I'd like to see an adjustment here for Morihone getting ahead. He is ahead here. Put him away after 3 walks last inning. Thank goodness for the line drive double play to get him out of it.
McKinstry grounded out his first time up. This is his first look at Morihone. He faced Paddock. Morihone struggled a little bit with his control. He walked 3, but was able to get out of that inning unscathed as it turned out in the 3rd. Now back out there for the 4th. This is pitch 26 for Morihone. Rattles that one foul off the screening, protective screening above the Dodgers dugout. In case you're wondering, they're housed on the third base side.
I was. Thank you. Left side of the infield, playing with a pull way off the line.
On the ground, softly hit. Terlu gets it to first base in time.
Designated hitter number 57, Matt Davidson.
Nice pitch right there. Looked like he cued it off the end of the bat as checking the defense there for the next hitter.
One out for Matt Davidson. Sailed to center in the second inning. Just joining us, Paddock today started with the first 2. 2 hits, no runs, no walks, strikeout. Looked good today.
Looked really good. Got a good feeling about that outing, even though it's a couple innings. Good time to start there with that type of outing. We got Cato at shortstop. Donnie, did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah.
Played first base in our game on Wednesday. To short, and there are 2 outs.
Come on, get the third one. Let's go.
Second baseman number 56, Sheldon Noisy.
So there is Cato taking over at shortstop for Kemp. 2 ground ball outs, both to the left side, 2 down. And that'll bring up Sheldon Noisy. Noisy had the infield hit, the shortstop in the second inning.
How much grief did this kid get with a last name like Noisy growing up?
Don't be noisy.
Yeah, I mean, really? He's so noisy, right?
I thought the Dodgers center fielder may take a little more grief as a baseball player as outman.
I can see that. Yeah. Hey,
You know?
another out man.
That's foul tip into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. 1, 2, 3, fourth, scoreless through 4. No score as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Want to remind you to head to the Padres team store at Petco Park to stock up on all your gear for this season. New t-shirts, spring training hats, jerseys, and much more. Open daily from 10 to 5. Visit Padres.com/team store for more information. Here we go into inning number 5. And Tony Gonsolin is back out there, second inning of relief.
Started 8 games last year for Gonsolin. Was in 9 total, 1 out of the pen.
It was a liner caught by the shortstop McKinstry. Second time that he has had to elevate and pull it in at shortstop. First out of the 5th inning.
Nothing you can do there. Put a good swing on it, square it up, and that's a big league hang with him. Keep swinging it, Louie.
So 1 down brings up Nick Tanalou, who popped out to second base first time up. Lifts one down the right field line, and that'll go foul.
Swinging early against Gonsolin this inning.
That was a lot of strikes.
Yep. Very few walks last year in the 46 2/3 innings pitched for Gonsolin. Only 7 walks, so he's around the plate.
It's almost like if you take, you're down 0-2 all the time.
Yeah.
Snaps off a breaking ball there and makes it 0-2.
And remember, he's got that really good split finger as well that he throws. Actually, he sets up with that split finger, then adjusts accordingly in his glove.
Took over for Trevor Bauer with the first 3 innings today. 2 hits, no runs, a walk, 3 Ks. Looked pretty good. Scoreless contest into the 5th. Missed badly with that.
Dry conditions in the desert in spring training. We've talked about that each and every year, to where the pitchers kind of, maybe a slick baseball.
Tough to grip.
Go to rosin bag quite a bit. Although I haven't seen Gonsolin go to that rosin bag.
Ooh, pretty close pitch there.
He wants it down. It's up a little bit. Maybe off the plate a little bit. A little bit.
Line into right field and a base hit for Tanalou. Take a wide turn at first, but hold on with a 1-out single.
Just shorten up on the heater. It's down there. Spank it that way. You can see that Noisy was playing towards the second base bag. Huge hole on the right side. And Tanalou will skip to Malou back to the dugout.
Tucupita Marcano into the game to pinch run. So the day is over for Tanalou at third base. C.J. Abrams singled, stole a base, and was left at third in the 3rd inning. The 2019 first-round draft choice for the San Diego Padres. Another strike from Gonzo. We're talking about how quickly you can be down 0-2 against them. And Abrams is with 1 out and 1 on here in this 5th inning. Throw to first and back to the bag, Marcano. Edwin Rios holding him on. There he goes, and a pitch is in there for a strike. Throw down is in time, came off the bag. Indication there from the second base umpire. Gabe Morales said he came off the bag, may have stolen it, but couldn't stay on. Not stealing, 2 down.
Yeah, it looked like his foot was in front of the bag.
So strike him out, throw him out. Scoreless after 4.5. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keone Kela into the game here for the Padres.
Yeah, signed as a free agent in February. Another power arm out of that Padre bullpen. Well, they got so many ways to go as you take a look at last season. 3 games only with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Spent some time with the Texas Rangers. A lot of time with the Texas Rangers, signing in 2012. It's a great addition for the Padres pen.
Alman leading it off here as the Padres use their 3rd arm of the day. Takes over from Morejon, who ended up going 2 innings for the Padres today. Walked 3 in that first inning, but did not walk a batter again, and actually finished very well in the 4th inning, a 1-2-3 inning.
Pretty much 3-pitch pitcher for Kela. He's got the fastball, 96, 97. He's got the curveball. Also mixes in a changeup. Really gets up top. Right over the top for Kela.
Closing games for the Texas Rangers. Had 24 saves back in 2018. One of the possibilities here for that spot for the Padres. There are many guys.
A lot of arms in the bullpen
Yeah.
who could close out or in the past, but yet in a pinch.
Who have closing experience.
Yep.
He's 27 years old. This one is chop foul, and we'll do it again, 2-2. Keone Kela. We're getting our first look at him in a Padres uniform. Yeah, he was 24 out of 25 save opportunities for Texas in 2018, and he went to Pittsburgh at the trade deadline. Swing and a miss. It gets away briefly from the catcher, and they'll not throw down to first base.
He ruled that. He said he caught it cleanly?
Apparently.
Huh.
He's out. 1 down. Nobody's occupying first. So we should have been able to run.
Yeah.
Here's A.J. Pollock with 1 down. Pollock fouled out to the first baseman in the first, walked in the third. Dave Roberts using a couple of starters today, and Bauer and Gonsolin in the game today so far.
I'm sure that Dave Roberts and Trevor Bauer are going to share some Bruins stories, right?
Oh, yeah.
Both playing for the UCLA Bruins in their collegiate days.
All UCLA all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Popped up, foul ground. Marcano will not have a play. I think the wind gave that a push. A.J. Pollock's 3rd plate appearance. He was fouled out to first, walked, and nearly fouled out to third right there. Nice day in Glendale. See the breeze blowing from right to left, so that ball may have gotten a push into the seats.
You actually see the breeze, or you see the flags?
I can see the breeze.
Really? You
Yeah.
can? Really?
Mm-hmm.
You have that superpower?
It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Add it to the list. Swing and a miss. Nicely done by Kella. Back-to-back Ks, 2 down.
Well, the thing I like about this pitch is over the top and off the table. We talk about curveballs, breaking balls. Let's see if we can get it out of the hand there. Yeah, that's a breaking ball. Straight over the top, nose to toes for the swing and miss.
Six in a row retired by Padres pitching. 2 down here in the 5th inning. Matt Beatty's 3rd plate appearance. He's bounced to short and walked as he takes ball 1. Rattles it foul off to the left out of play. Kella's first year in the big leagues, 2015. It's with Texas. 68 relief appearances that year, the 2.39 ERA. In his first year in the big leagues, a couple of years in Texas, and then it was on to Pittsburgh, as we mentioned, for a few more years. Now in a Padres uniform and part of what is a very good Padres bullpen. This one is dribbled foul.
And we say it so many times for so many years how the bullpens have come into play. Such an integral part to winning a championship. You know, when starters go 5 or 6 innings, you got to bridge that gap. And the Padres have an abundance of good arms down there, as you mentioned, Donnie.
1-2 to Beatty. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out as Caratini's got to throw him out, and he does. As Keone Kella strikes out the side in order. Nicely done. No score through 5 to the 6th we go. Top of the 6th without a score on a sunny day from Glendale, Arizona. I want to remind you this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. The pitcher on for the Dodgers as Scott Alexander becomes pitcher number 3 of the day for LA.
Well, we know what Alexander is all about. We've seen him come out of that pen for the Dodgers for a few seasons. Last year, 13 games. Boy, a lot of the walks, though. 9 free passes in those 12-plus innings of work. It'll be lefty on lefty here. And the Padres 6th.
Hassel's first plate appearance, took over in center field last inning. First round pick, 8th overall in 2020. Swing and a miss. 19 years of age.
Boy, you got Abrams at 20. You've got Hassel the third at 19. Good crop of youngsters in camp for the Friars.
Down the first baseline, a foul ball picked by Rios. A good measure, but a foul ball.
Are you going to go RH3 on this kid?
I don't think so, no.
No?
What are you going to do? Are you going to go? You can.
Just call him 3?
I don't know. Haven't decided yet.
Trey?
Entering the year.
I like RH3.
Number 4 Padres prospect. Number 1 outfield prospect. MLB Pipeline has him as 62 as overall prospect in the majors.
Good test for the youngster. Lefty on lefty. Hitting against a guy who's been in the big leagues for a while.
Played twice in the Little League World Series.
How sweet is that?
2013, 2014. He was in Little League.
What the Sean Burrows is going on?
13 and 14, he was in Little League.
13 and 14?
Yes. Little League
14's too
World
old.
Series. No. 2013, 2014.
Oh, 2013.
Yeah, not his
2014.
age,
Okay,
the year.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Try to follow along.
All right.
2-2. Yeah, strike three. Hassel retired for out number one of the sixth inning.
Great location right there. Got to be hacking with 2 strikes.
One out for Tommy Pham, his third plate appearance of the afternoon. Walked in the first, flight out to center. In the third. Tony Gonsolin looked pretty good today. The middle man of the 3 arms used today by Dave Roberts.
Well, what a great arm to have out of that bullpen. You know, he started, as I mentioned, 8 games, was in 9, but if you need him out of the bullpen to bridge that gap from starter to setup or even closer.
In 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs. Walk anybody, struck out 2. So Bauer started, went 3 shutout innings. Gonsolin 2 shutout innings, and now Alexander working here with 1 out in the 6th.
You know what else I like about spring training?
What's that?
If you listen, you hear the birds chirping in the background.
I don't.
You don't hear the birds?
No. Nope. So what is grounded foul?
So that so
You
those
have-
are
you have a
piped in?
special feed or something?
Those are piped
You
in?
have the bird feed?
There are birds chirping.
I don't hear any birds. Now it could be I have bad hearing. I don't hear real
What's
well.
that?
Yeah. I don't hear real well.
Really?
I'm able to tune you out on a regular basis, but I think that's just kind of
There are
instinctual.
birds chirping, and I
Yeah.
like that about spring training.
I don't hear any birds. No birds. What is this like is this like an aviary or something? What is it?
Aviary.
Yeah, aviary. Yeah. Is this an aviary?
Yeah.
I don't hear any birds.
There are birds chirping, and I like that. Hear it?
Not one bird. I got no birds.
Finches.
For real?
Yeah.
You can even identify the bird. That's how many
Sure I
birds you
can.
hear. Swing and a miss. That's back-to-back strikeouts. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Really late on that fastball from Alexander was Pham.
Do you hear voices too, or just birds?
Hold on a second. There are birds chirping in Glendale.
I don't hear any birds. Fewer birds. This will bounce in.
I miss being in the desert in the spring.
Floorman batting for the first time. I miss being there in the spring, but it's not for the birds that I don't hear. Pedro Florimon took over at first base and bats for the first time. Florimon, a 34-year-old veteran. He's appeared in a total of 321 Major League games over 8 Major League seasons. Baltimore, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. 2-2.
Well, these are the kind of guys you root for, right?
Yep. Pretty versatile. He's appeared defensively at 7 different positions in his Major League career. I'd be curious to know if other people heard your birds.
Well, if you're out there watching,
yeah,
and
please tell me, because
give me a
I
shout.
I don't hear any birds.
Yeah, I definitely hear birds. And maybe Oriole scouts are there, Blue Jay scouts, Cardinal scouts.
But they don't make bird noises while they're scouting.
They can be disguised.
2-2 in the left center field, a base hit for Florimone. We'll reach with 2 down here in the 6th inning.
That's a really good at-bat by Pedro. Stayed on some pitches, stayed alive, and got the fastball and just rifles it to the left side. And we've seen some hard balls hit at shortstop, and that one gets by him. A couple of guys have been robbed, squaring him up right to the shortstop, but not Florimone. He's aboard with a knock.
Here's Caratini. 3rd plate appearance of the day. Struck out looking in the 1st. Grounded out to first base, 3 unassisted in the 4th inning. Imagine he will be catching again tomorrow for you, Darvish.
Yeah, back-to-back for us, too, coming at you.
Yes.
Well, Donnie, some fans that are watching,
Yep.
in fact, hear the birds.
Really?
Yep.
Well, this could be an audiologist problem then for me, perhaps.
No wonder why you repeat a lot of the stuff that I say on the air. You can't hear anything.
Well, no, that goes back to me not listening to you and tuning you out. Like, I see your mouth moving, I just don't hear what you're saying. I'm able to just omit it. It's gone. Bye-bye.
It's kind of like the school teacher and the Peanuts.
Yeah.
Right?
It's blah, 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 blah. It's all the same thing, you know. If he makes contact, it's a double. I mean, I know it all. 3-1 pitch.
Rip the fastball here. There you go.
Down the line, a fair ball. And Florimone will end up at 3rd base. So Caratini with a double right down the line, and the Padres making some noise here with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
They have jumped on the fastball from Alexander. Boy, he went down and got this one. If that ball's taken, that's definitely a ball. And no chance for Posey down there at 3rd base to make that play. Hopefully a little 2-out thunder right here against the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th. Oh, a Padre from the past, Patrick Kiblahan in there to pinch run for Caratini.
So that's the day for Victor Caratini. Cotto batting for the first time, took over defensively at shortstop for Kim. He played first base the other day, and today out of the game at shortstop, batting with 2 outs and quickly down 0-2.
Cotto, another local kid, born in Poway, lives in Poway. Rancho Bernardo High School.
Opposite field and a base hit dropping in there. Florimone will score and Kiblahan will score, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Cotto drives in a pair.
Fighting it off. Hey, there's been some balls barreled up right at Dodger defenders. Why not get jammed lefty on lefty and just a little pitching wedge over 3rd base to score 2?
Well, you got a pitching change. Alexander gives up a pair. The Padres have taken a 2-0 lead from Glendale, Arizona. Padres with some 2-out drama here. They put together a couple of runs and have a 2-0 advantage with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Robinson Ortiz comes into the game now for LA.
Oh, left-hander, and you see 2019, a couple years ago, the Great Lakes low A ball for the Dodgers, mostly a starter. Well, the strikeouts are there, but also walks, 40 walks in almost 90 innings. Opponents only hit 233 though. A little power left-handed arm out of the Dodger bullpen this afternoon.
Here is Brian O'Grady batting for the first time. In there for strike one.
Nice looking delivery from Ortiz as well. Under control, finishes up nicely in a good fielding position, along with that good firm fastball that he just dealt up there.
Brian O'Grady, 28 years old, signed as a major league free agent in December. Popped up foul off to the left, out of play. Born in Philadelphia, resides in Philadelphia. Struck out in the second, struck out in the fourth. Alexander leaves responsible for Cato, who's at first base with 2 outs in the inning. He drove in a pair after Alexander had started the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. This one right back at him. Picked on the backhand by Amaya. His throw, kind of a changeup to first base, gets there in time to end the inning. Padres pick up a pair, take a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th inning. Got his start today, went 2 innings, giving up a couple of hits, no runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out a batter, and looked pretty good today, Mud.
I think he really looked really good today out there. Bob Scanlon alluded to the mechanical change straight over the top, and I think we saw that today. In those 2 innings, only 2 hits. Yeah, they barreled a couple up, but the off-speed stuff was working, and it's a good way to start the spring training for Chris Paddock. 2 frames, no runs. He did not walk anybody, and he struck out 1. A job well done.
Daniel Camarena comes into the game here for the Padres. 4th arm used today as a 2-0 lead with which to work.
Nice breaking ball right there. Dan Camarena. Been around, 28 years old. Boy, up and down and up. A lot of AAA time.
In the air, shallow right, out goes Abrams, and he'll make the catch for out number 1 at the bottom of the 6th inning.
Camarena, no big league time, so these are the kind of guys where, you know, go out there and have a good outing. You see in 2019 in the minors, 18 games, 16 starts. The strikeout is there, 94 and 103 innings pitched, but no big league time starting back in 2012. Rookie ball. A lot of time in AA and AAA for this left-hander.
1 out for Edwin Rios. He has flied out to the warning track in left and walked. 3rd plate appearance of the day.
Still chasing the dream, Donnie, right?
Absolutely. Don't give up.
Nope.
Patrick Kivlahan stayed in the game, by the way, for the Padres in left field. The new catcher is Juan Fernandez. Nice inning for Kella. 1, 2, 3, I think 3 strikeouts. So he worked the 5th inning. Camarena into the game here to pitch the bottom of the 6th. Sounds like we're at Dodger Stadium.
It does, does it? Yeah, with the organ there, yeah, you bet.
We're not. We're at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona. In the air, hit well to left. Kiblahan backing up is there to make the catch with the glasses on for out number 2. Let's check in with Bob Scanlon.
You know, guys, it's interesting. This time of the game, we're seeing a lot of the newer names, right? The Florimons, Cato, Hassel, Camarena, guys that maybe in the past Jace Tingler and his staff would not have been looking at as necessarily guys that would be helping out the team this year, but certainly got kids that would be on the radar for the future. But things are different this year. And Jace Tingler made it clear early in spring training that they were going to be taking closer looks at these types of players, guys who may not have been necessarily on the depth chart for this year, but they will be this year because, again, of that 162 game after 60 game seasons, they expect normally you use 40 guys over the course of a year. This year they're anticipating maybe 45 or even 50 guys. So some of these kids getting a much closer look as they may get an opportunity to play in the big leagues this year. So keep an eye on them.
This one is to shortstop, and Cato on the run. And in time, a 1-2-3 sixth sends us to the 7th. With the Padres on top, 2-0. 2-0. Padres have the lead over the Dodgers. We head to the top half of the 7th inning. We will be with you again tomorrow as the Kansas City Royals will come to Peoria to take on the Padres. A noon start time again here in San Diego, right here on Fox Sports San Diego and on the Fox Sports Go app. As we play along to the top of the 7th, Knebel into the game here now for the Dodgers.
Corey Knebel, remember him with the Milwaukee Brewers. 15 games last season, high ERA. Yeah, he's got a power arm, 4 long balls, and the opponent's hitting 278.
The Padres with Oña batting here. Jorge Oña hits this sharply to third, but it's caught at third. By Hazy, a step to his right.
Number 88,
Squared that one up. That ball was hooking towards the line there.
Here's Marcano with 1 out in the 7th. His numbers not last year, but the year before, 2019 in Fort Wayne. Tucupita Marcano from Venezuela. Showed bunt and almost got hit.
Look out.
Spent all last year the Padres' alternate training site. Part of the 60-man player pool that you could carry last year.
You know, that's got to be tough, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, seeing the same thing every day. Not being able to play against competition as far as like different teams throughout the season.
I think a lot of guys lost a year of development.
Yeah. It's so different. And everybody had to go through it.
Sure. Knebel is pitcher number 5 of the day for the Dodgers. Took over for Robinson Ortiz. Got the final out of the 6th inning. The 2 runs that the Padres have and the lone 2 runs of this game were charged to Alexander. 2-2. That's strike 3. Marcano strikes out. 2 down in the top of the 7th inning.
We've seen some good breaking balls from all the Dodger pitchers, starting with Bauer. Here's another one to finish him off. Actually, that's a fastball. I stand corrected.
Can't get them all.
What am I looking at?
A lot of pitches. 2 down for C.J. Abrams.
That's a breaking ball. I think it was the downward. I don't know. I just got it wrong. Hey, I'll admit it. It's terrible. Here comes the curveball.
1-0.
Yep.
Yep. Missed inside with it. 2-0.
How bad is that?
Well, when you were in the big leagues, what did you do? You were
backed up third.
Oh. Well, Abrams today singled in the third, stole a base, struck out in the fifth. And he'll take ball four, a 4-pitch walk. Comes with 2 outs here in the 7th inning after Knebel got 2 quick outs.
Center fielder number 90, Robert Hassel.
So here is Hassel. He struck out looking in the 6th inning. That one's by him. Under the fastball, 94. Kind of running away from him, too. Good movement. A tailing fastball. Throw over and back to the bag is Abrams. Always a chance he could be taken off. Already has 1 stolen base on the day.
Knebel's been a closer before with the Brewers. Remember, 39 saves back in 2017. He saved 16 games in 18, so he's got some closer experience as well.
Hassel down 0-2.
He was almost averaging 15 strikeouts per 9 innings. Knebel was in 2017 and 2018. Lights out for the right-hander.
Did he go? Yes, he did. And they ring up Hassel to end the inning. Padres will strand a runner. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning with the Padres on top 2-0. It's time now for the Bill Howe play of the game. And how about C.J. Abrams from his backside starting a double play? He's shown some great defense.
Great range, second base and shortstop. We've seen him at there, and also up the middle there on that play when Kim was covering, anticipating that the line drive was hit, and right there on the move to double him up to get out of that bases loaded jam.
Well, Miguel Diaz, who has had a number of problems with injuries over the last years, into the game here for the Padres. At one point, he was starting games for the Padres a couple of years ago.
Yes, he was. Power right arm, power slider. Sometimes, wow, where did that one miss? Sometimes wildness can be a factor.
Feels like he's been around a long time, but he's still only 26.
I know. Yep.
Came over from the Minnesota Twins to the Padres, made his debut with the Padres in 2019. Struck out 5 batters in 2 innings. Kind of bursting onto the scene there. I remember coming out of the pen for the Friars at the time.
Remember, he was throwing up towards 100, wasn't he, out of the pen?
Yeah, and starting.
Yes.
That was part of the problem. He was running out of gas after like 2 innings. He's throwing 98,
yeah,
99.
the velocity would kind of dip there a little bit. Looks like working on off-speed stuff right there.
Andy Burns batting for the first time. And that's ball 4. Leadoff walk to start things here in the bottom of the 7th.
Designated hitter number 57, Matt Davidson.
Brings up Davidson. Started this game as the DH, still in there. Single to center in the 2nd, grounded out to shortstop in the 4th inning. Here he is in the 7th with the lead runner on for the Dodgers. Represents a tying run. Off balance there. Down 0-1 is Davidson. Down and away.
Missing glove side with the off-speed stuff consistently. That's the third or fourth pitch on the off-speed that's missed big time. Down and away. Talking about needing to make an adjustment. You got a good double play candidate right here. Davidson does not run well. So ball hit on the ground. Let the infielders work for you. Try to get that ground ball for the double play rather than the strikeout. Gonna throw over to first right here, maybe.
This one hit a ton, but foul.
Strike 2.
2-2. Leadoff walk for Burns started this inning for the Dodgers, with the Padres on top 2-0. Down the right field line, headed towards the seats, and will end up off that protective screening.
Well, Diaz throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, and then, that's, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but wanting to get the feel for it and some consistency, setting up that fastball.
To left, and that's going to get in quickly by Kivlahan. Back to the track on the wall. Burns is going to try and score. An errant throw back in. He will score. And the Dodgers are on the board. 2-1 now. That was a hot shot to left and quickly by the Padres left fielder Kivlahan.
This ball was laced. Oh, he went down and got it through the head, and you could hear it. Splitting that gap there, no chance for Kivlahan, and Dodgers are off to the races, cutting the lead in half.
Still nobody out. Ryan Noda coming up here now for the Dodgers with a runner at second base. That represents a tying run for the Dodgers. Say bat here in the 7th.
Nice.
Fooled on that pitch, 0-2.
That was a beautiful pitch from Diaz. Bottom dropped out of it, way out in front.
Is that a split?
Looked like it. Either a split. It's kind of tough to tell because we don't have the technology during this game to really, hone in on the grip. It's either a straight change or a split.
It was hard. It was 93.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, according to the gun.
Might have been a split.
Now it's in the dirt, gets away. And Davidson will advance to third base. Tying run 90 feet away.
Well, doing everything he can, try to keep in front of him. Fernandez there has a tough time. And once again, off-speed stuff, glove side. But that one, he just yanked it. He's been having some trouble with that particular pitch and location.
Infield in. Tying run at third base here for LA. Oh, and that one almost gets away. Fernandez having to work hard, the new catcher for the Padres.
Wants it on the outer half, and I tell you what, that is not an easy task for any catcher. Concentrate on one side of the plate, and it's a big time miss in the other batter's box. Saving a run.
Off the outside edge. Full count now.
Everybody clap your hands.
Tying run at third, a 3-2 pitch to Noda. On the ground, diving at first base, Florimone will tag the bag at first, and no advance for the runner at third. He kept an eye on Davidson. He wasn't going anywhere. Out number one of the seventh inning. Nice play by Florimone down there at first base.
Very nice play, saves a run, and he tells everybody, not on my watch. Plenty of time to get to the bag and freeze that runner at third. And the runner at third, yeah, you got to hold your ground. You can't commit. If it goes through, you're going to scamper home easily. Nice glove work by Pedro.
There's Hoyes to bat for the first time in the game. And he takes ball one, missing with a fastball again at 94. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Posey took over at third base for Justin Turner. To short with the infield in, and that's out number two. So two good plays here, bringing the infield in there.
Yeah.
Keeps that runner at third base, and the Dodgers unable to get the tying run in right now. 2 down.
And a good pitch by Diaz, working down in the zone. Tough to elevate to the outfield. Utilize that infield for the easy 6-3 play.
Elliott Soto coming up. Two down here in the seventh inning. This game was scheduled to be a 7-inning game. And that is a sort of a fluid situation. There's a fly ball to left, incoming. Kivlahan will get there to make the catch as he goes into kind of a slide to make a grab that may end this ball game. We'll see. On a fly out to left field, the Dodgers do get a run in the inning. And that is the final. So we will step aside. The Padres with a win. They hold on to win this one 2-1. We'll come back and wrap it up from Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona after this.